welcome to our third quarter 2017 edition of Live Market View. In this edition, we're going to address the used car market, specifically talking about the trends that we see and how we can help you manage through those. If we were to look at all the things that were happening in the third quarter, we could sum it up with two words: market volatility. A recent Cox Automotive dealer sentiment survey uncovered that the top concerns for dealers are market conditions, competition, expenses, consumer confidence, and staff turnover. Not surprisingly, market conditions are the number one concern. Obviously, the first trend that we see is the impact of the hurricanes, and our hearts go out to all of our clients that were in those impacted areas. The business impact of the hurricanes were that hundreds of thousands of vehicles were lost, increasing demand and creating wholesale price volatility. Specifically, demand is causing wholesale prices and values in some segments to reverse course and go in an opposite direction from recent trends. In August, mid-size sedans were up and small SUVs were down. The second trend that we see is rising new vehicle incentives. With the recent decline in new vehicle sales, manufacturers are increasing the amount of incentives that they're putting on cars to be able to attract more buyers. New vehicle incentives were up 5% in July, and the trend continued throughout the summer. The downside is that incentive spending creates an unfortunate impact on used vehicles. It's narrowing the value proposition between new and used, and certified sales are suffering the most. The third trend that we see is continued increase in auction volumes. Analysts expect 2017 to have a record number of car sales at auction. This is because of strong interest on your part to sell more used cars to offset the softness that you're seeing in your new car sales. The emphasis isn't any surprise, and it creates stiffer competition in the auction lanes and increased pressure on retail prices. And all of this is on top of eroding margins, which are lower today than they were a year ago, according to NADA. The market volatility that we've seen in the third quarter affects everybody, but it has differing impacts depending on how you address it. At vAuto, we continue to see our clients address market volatility by paying even closer attention to current market conditions and the metrics that reveal the winners and losers in their inventories in local markets. Perhaps the most critical time to apply these insights is when you're appraising vehicles on trade-in or looking at cars in lane at the auction. Take cost to market, for example. We're seeing the average inventory cost to market for dealers creep closer to 90%, but other dealers are able to maintain a cost to market average closer to 85% or even less. Why the difference? For a dealer like Simon Fields at Lexus of Louisville, it all boils down to one thing: technology. Simon uses technology that helps him access any auction across the country for inventory, and it gives him the ability to find vehicles based on their profit potential in the current market. This can be even more important than the car itself. We've also seen dealers in the third quarter increase their scrutiny of market day supply as they've looked to acquire inventory. This metric helps dealers figure out if a car is going to be a winner or a loser in today's market and help you make purchase decisions accordingly. Taken together, these two metrics help you mitigate today's market volatility to find the right cars at the right price, given today's current market conditions. To summarize all of this, volatility in the market will continue in Q4 of 2017, but there's still opportunity to be successful if you're attuned to the market conditions and the profit potential in every used car. For more information on how to navigate today's market conditions, please check out our website. Thanks very much for joining us for this edition of Live Market View. We'll see you next quarter.